is Jaskirat from a project unit of EESPL. So today I have a project with me from the field of mechanics. As you can see, this hardware assembly part. This project is entitled as the energy generation system from a braking system. As you can see, we are having a motor that is used to drive this wheel, that is depicting the wheel of a car, and we are having a handbrake mechanism system. As you can see, this pulley. So we need to push it downwards, and what will happen is that this dynamo will get attached to this driving wheel and it will stop the main wheel, and accordingly the dynamo will be used to generate some electricity, which will be further used to recharge the batteries. And for the demo purpose, we are having these LEDs. You can see this motor, the dynamo. So for making it run, we are having a switch. So let us power it from this regulator. As you can see that this wheel has started rotating. It is rotating. So as soon as we'll push the lever upwards, you can see there it goes. So you might have seen that when the lever was pulled up, the LEDs glowed and the wheel was stopped. So again the lever is pulled down, the wheel started rotating again. So let us try it once again. As you can see, so this was all about generating electricity from the braking system.
Welcome to techpex.com. Today we will demonstrate a project by the name an electromagnetic brake or a frictionless brake using the concept of eddy currents. So here is the setup for the project. As you can see there in the video, we have a power supply section here with us. So a transformer is there, a rectifier circuit is there, then we have a capacitor as well as an indicator LED. So here you can see the output from this power supply is going to a motor. So we have a motor here with us. This motor is a Viper motor, so we have used it to make a plate of aluminium to rotate clock as well as an anti-clockwise direction. So here on the plate we have pasted a tape to show the movement. So here along with the plate we have a handle with us that itself is consisting of two magnets. You can see the magnets there. So one magnet is connected over here and another one is on the another side. So as you know that aluminium is a non-magnetic material, so it will not be you can see it here that the magnet is not getting attached with the plate, all because of the non-magnetic property of the plate. So the same property will help us to generate the eddy currents now. So along with this magnets, we have a lever with us. This lever is connected with a switch. So once we will make the lever move in the forward direction, our wheel will begin to move. We will move it in the backward direction. The current will not pass to the motor, so automatically the wheel will get the power will get disconnected. Due to that, the motor will not move and the plate will get stopped. So this is the mechanism. Now what about eddy currents over here in this project? So as you know that in the non-magnetic materials, once they come in the what I can say is when the non-magnetic materials come in the vicinity of a magnet, and if the plate is moving, in that case the eddy currents automatically get generated, and that helps us to make a brake. So now I will demonstrate the whole mechanism. So I will request my colleague to make the lever on. So as you can see it here, the motor is moving. Due to the movement of the motor, the plate is moving. This plate is of a non-magnetic material. So now once the magnet will come into the vicinity of the plate, so as you can see it here, so once the magnet come into the vicinity, so automatically the plate, the speed of the plate, you can see it here, get reduced. In general braking mechanism, we used to press the lever also. Once the brake will make the speed slow, we have to push the lever towards the downward direction, and the whole system will get stopped. We'll demonstrate it once again. So once the lever will give the power to the motor, the wheel will begin to move. The speed is high. Once the electromagnet or a normal permanent magnet come into the vicinity of the plate, it generates the eddy current. Due to that, the speed becomes low. After that, by the lever action, we can even make it stopped. So thank you. Thanks for watching.
Bringing the project from the field of mechanical, that is entitled as the pneumatic based braking system. As you can see the assembly over here, this is the pneumatic pump which will grab the air from this pump and will help in moving this particular brake shoe forward and backward. Backward will be bring by these springs, these rubbers, and this wheel will be moved by a motor. Just for the demo purpose, we will apply the brakes and see if the wheel stops or not. For releasing the air, we are having a solenoidal valve, as you can see here. So to release, we are having a switch here. The solenoidal valve will come into act and will release the extra air from the pump, which will help in braking system. So let us rotate the wheel first, just by rotating the knob, the regulator from here, which will move the motor, this particular, and the wheel will move. So the wheel has started moving. So now to apply the brake, we will need to push the pedal down, and you can see the shoe will move forward, as you can see. If we release, the shoe comes back, and if we again press, the shoe will move forward and the tire is stopped. Again, the brake pedal is released and the shoe comes back. So this way, this project can be really helpful in pneumatically or by air controlling the braking system. So I hope you like this project. Have a nice day. I have a project with me entitled as the electronic jack. As you can see the assembly over here, this is the prototype or the conventional car jack that is used to lift the objects. Conventionally it is to be driven by a handle that rotates the shaft in between and the jack moves upward and downward, but we have replaced that with a motor, a very strong geared motor, as you can see here, which is driven by this transformer and the supply section. So we just need to switch on the motor clockwise and anti-clockwise, and the jack will move upward and downward automatically with the full force. So let us see the demo of the same. First I will show you the shaft moving. As you can see, now the jack is moving upwards. So let us bring it downwards a little bit. You can see motor is adjusting itself, the shaft is rotating and the jack is coming downward. You can see it is opening very slowly. So let us now stop it for a bit. So now I will be demonstrating you. My friend will be helping me in the same. He will be putting his weight on the jack, and you can see that the jack will easily lift the weight up. Let us see. You can see the jack is moving upwards still with the full force, and my friend has put his whole weight on the jack and it is moving very easily. easily. So this way this jack can be really helpful by electronically moving it upward and downward in the desired direction very easily by the electronic DC geared motor. So I hope you like this video. Have a nice day.
Today we are going to demonstrate a fatigue testing machine project. This machine is used to check the fatigue of this specimen. You can see a iron piece, and we use a AC induction motor, and this is a platform for the load. So let's start. We are putting some weight on the specimen and checking. Each weight is of 500 grams. Now the weight is 1500 grams. Now the total weight is 2500 grams. By this method we can check the fatigue of any piece or any iron specimen.